conversation on urbanization, and it was 2 years ago that we had Sunita Narain speak to us on the state of air quality. She is a household name. Monte, come here. And what we are going to do is, we are going to make an exception. Normally, we give 10 minutes to the speaker and then the interaction. But there is so much need to actually know what's going on, and Sunita knows so much. So we've agreed that she will spend 20 minutes giving us an update on what has been the evolution in this area of air quality in Delhi.
What's happening and what more we need to do. Because I'm very clear about this. I am not prepared to say that to give up, however bad it is. So I'm here to tell you that however big the issue is, and it is big, it is a massive concern, what I believe we need to do is to act. You can have a city-specific action plan, you have an NCR-wide plan, and you have to accept the fact that there is one airshed we live in. So in some senses, whatever action we take in Delhi, we also have to be clear, if we don't fix the problem in NCR, we don't fix the problem outside NCR, we will always have some pollution in Delhi. So it has to be one where we aggressively tackle the local, keeping in mind the national. So what are the sources of pollution? Now, I know that it is difficult to inventorize pollution because we have such poor data. But I am very clear, however poor the data, whatever it suggests today, I am willing to move on it. As I get more data, I will move on new sources. What this tells me is road dust, vehicles, domestic sources, industry, point source, which is thermal power plant, in Delhi in particular, concrete batching, hotels and restaurants that burn firewood, coal, MSW burning, but it's all in smaller and smaller order. The real big issue is dust, vehicles, and domestic sources with industry. That's really your big ones. If you look at NOx, and that's particularly important because NOx is not a primary problem, but the problem is today that the NOx emissions you have, nitrogen oxide emissions, with the moisture in the air, the gas becomes particles. So it becomes part of your particulate problem. And that is why you need to worry about NOx as well. When you look at NOx, the primary source is industry and vehicles. So when it comes to industry, we know it's power plants in Delhi, which is Badarpur, at that time even Rajghat, and we know that it is industry in and around Delhi. So what CSC has been doing, and for the past 2 years, is we have an action plan where we are basically saying we have priority polluters and we need to take strong action. So dust is clearly an issue with road and construction dust, but we also know that dust per se is not a problem. It's dust when it gets coated with emissions, with particulates, with toxic emissions that becomes particularly harmful for human beings. Because otherwise you would say anybody who lived in Rajasthan desert should have had a real big problem. So it is really dust with the coating which is a problem. Vehicles are a big thing, power plant, industry, solid waste burning. When I look at vehicles, this is the order of priority. Trucks, two-wheelers, cars important because of the numbers, and the diesel cars. So what we did was to say, how do we deal with each one of these? In 2015, we commissioned a study in July to look at the number of trucks that were coming into Delhi. We found there was a huge variation between what the MCD, which is the SDMC, told concessionaire was saying were the number of vehicles coming in, and the physical count that we had commissioned. We also found that there were bypasses available which trucks could take, but were not taking because it was more expensive to take a toll bypass than to take the road through Delhi. So based on this, we went to court. We also showed the court that there is a clear correlation between the NOx levels and when the trucks enter Delhi. We also showed the same thing with PM 2.5 levels. So with all this, what we have got is an environment compensation charge on trucks. This is the country's first